cool. So I was asked to go over to Long Island and have a talk with some of the guys over there. I was unable to make it during the time because I had food poisoning. So I got pretty sick on Sunday night going into Saturday. I actually had a very severe case of food poisoning. And I ended up getting pretty darn sick, so I could not make that. So I'm basically going to give you guys that talk. And truthfully, I think it'll come out a lot more heartfelt with you guys too, because we've all worked together, you know, for a very long time here. And I think we have a very solidified team. So first thing I want to say is Merry Christmas, guys. Happy holidays. Happy holidays, guys. You're all awesome. You've all grown on me very exponentially, some of you, and we've had some big heart-to-hearts.
You've grown on us too, Josh.
Yeah. I know.
Like a zit on the bottom.
I know. Like a nice growth.
Every time you could say grow.
Yeah, right? So here's the thing. Over the last week, a number of you reached out to me and, you know, offered me, you know, well wishings and such, you know, for me being sick and all that kind of stuff, and I appreciate it very much. But a number of us also had many conversations where what I realized is that there is a perception of a very large chasm between myself and some of you, as well as some of the higher flying people in this company and some of yourselves. And there is this general notion of, I'm standing here and you guys are, some of you feel you're way over here, and how the hell can you get over here? So what I want to come up here and talk to you guys about is really some words of encouragement for you. And though I'm going to be a little bit tough on certain things, all of this is really to encourage you to continue to move forward and continue to go for what you want. So first off, straight off the bat, every single one of you guys did not get hired here because we wanted some yutzes in the office. Every single one of you got hired because we wanted to bring in strong people to this team, people who were going to help enrich the team, people who are going to move it forward, people who want things in life, want nice things, or want to do good for the environment, or some form of value we hired you for, so that you can come to this team and bring it here. So every single one of you has the skill set to get this job done. The issue that I find with some of you is that the mindset is what needs to change. The mindset is what's holding you back. It's not, it has nothing to do with you not having the skill set to do the job. So in my hurried time coming over here in the truck, I scrolled out a whole bunch of like little notes for you. So little bullet points so I can know exactly what I was gonna say, but because I changed this a little bit for you, but a lot of you guys have come to me and said to me at different times, or even in the interview room, or you know, behind closed doors, you want to make the big money with this job. You want to make the 100,000. You want to make the 200,000, the 3, whatever it is that you want to make. You say that you want to do that, but a lot of you are not acting it. And I want to get into what it takes to do that. I don't think it's any secret. I crossed $200,000 last week. This week put me, Jay as well, excellent. But there's only 3 people in this room that I know of that are going to cross that. And if I'm not mistaken, okay, Kevin, Jay, and myself. And then there is a drop off to the next level of what people have earned going down. So I think it's very easy in any area of life, including here, for people to say that they want things. Everybody wants things. Everybody wants a life in the tropics. Everybody wants this girl or that girl or this house, or everybody wants things. But a lot of times what I seem to find with everybody saying they want things, how come so little have it? And I think the issue is that a lot of people, they want it, but they want it handed to them in one way, shape, or form. And I'm going to get into this and to back it up as to why I feel this way. So I want to tell you what it took for me to make $200,000 this year, and what it takes to make any kinds of money anywhere. Money is only given to you as an exchange of value for the value of which you provide. A lot of people look at things a little backwards, and they want to be paid the money up front, and then they want to perform whatever the task is. This job doesn't work that way. This job is fully commissioned. You have no salary. You have no hourly. This job only pays you upon the value of which you bring to the table. You only get paid for what you are a match for. That's it. The value of which you provide is what you get back. So, in terms of making this kind of money here, for example, I had food poisoning earlier this week. I picked up the phone for every single one of you that called me. In fact, one of you could vouch for this, that I had to get off the phone with you to go and vomit. It was that sick, but I was picking up the phone for you guys. So, to me, and for the record, right now, I don't want to talk to any of you. I feel like shit. But I'm here because I love you, right? Because I want every single one of you to succeed, and I want you to understand that there are days where you're not going to feel good. And there's this common notion that, well, tomorrow I'm going to do it because tomorrow I'm going to feel better. Next week I'm going to do it because next week I'm going to feel better. Next year, because of this, because of that. All you're doing is limiting your success. The only real resource and attribute that you have in this world is your time. That's it. Because there's going to be days when you don't feel good. There's going to be days it's raining. There's going to be days it's cold. Is there a door we can shut over there?
Unfortunately, they're walking in.
Gotcha. Can someone tell them to shut up? Thank you. So, where was I? So there's a lot of people who wait for success in some form, shape, or another, and they wait for it for all these scenarios that typically never come to pass. Therefore, they never get success, right? They want the perfect time to go and approach the girl. They want the perfect time to go and knock the door. They want the perfect time to do whatever it is. You have to understand that it's really about who you are as an individual. What is your character, right? If you want something, you have to do it whether or not you're feeling good. You have to do it whether or not things are adding up for you. And if you do that consistently, a good question to ask yourself is, tomorrow, will I be thankful for who I was yesterday? In a year, will I thank myself for today, or will I be pissed at myself? And a lot of times, I think people are pissed at themselves. I should have, could have, would have. But you don't exist in that time frame anymore, because that time's gone. Your resource of time has dwindled, and it's gone. So the point is, I'm still here. Jay is involved in more things than I could possibly shake a stick at. He runs this whole team phenomenally, I might add. He's got a bunch of kids. He's got a wife. He's got his house. He's got his running for office and such. He trains people at the gym. He's on the board of education. I don't know how much else he does. He puts up with me, right? So Jay's got a ton on his plate, but he continues to provide value for people. A lot of times people say that we don't have the time to do these kinds of things. He's got the same 24 hours as you do, as I do. He's doing a lot more with it than us. You have the decision to scroll through Facebook, right? Or you have the decision to grow yourself, to go on YouTube and to look up things that are your shortcomings, to go somewhere and try to enrich yourself in one way, shape, or form. And quite often we just choose the wrong thing. So in terms of why I made that kind of money this year, I came in here, and if I am a direct result of two things in how we get paid, obviously everything is sales. We all sell in every capacity. We sell ourselves on watching this movie, right? We sell ourselves on what we're going to do. Well, we sell ideas to others. We sell solar. We sell, we're at a 9-to-5 job. You sell the product of that job. Everything in life is sales. You just have to get good at sales, right? You get paid for two things: the value of which you provide and the level of problems you solve. Now, for me, I closed a little over 70-something deals this year. I might be around 75 at the end of the year. In terms of that value, that does not equal 200 grand. That's not what equals that. In terms of how I got that, I've had 7 promotions, just about, if you include the raises since I started. Been here for a year and 3 months. I came in here, I sold, did the best I could, and I would have hit a certain number, but that wasn't my goal. When you say that you have a goal, you have to backwards engineer it to be able to achieve it. So if my goal, by the way, my goal was 240 grand, I missed it, right? I'm gonna end the year at about 205 grand for the year. So I actually missed it. I know, I'm broke. I set that goal, and I set goals purposely too high. Tommy actually spoke about this on one of the phone calls. I set my goals too high, so I miss them every time. I never hit my goals, right? So I set the goal at 240, I hit 205. I'm not upset about this, okay? But I realized that I needed to solve a larger problem to make the kind of money that I want to make. So the thing is, I hit 200 grand this year. What that tells me is I have a lot of work to do, because 200 grand is not my goal. Next year my goal is $500,000. That's where I'm trying to get to. But I'm not going to hit that selling the way that I have been, right? I'm not going to hit that on the doors. I'm not going to hit that on network. I'm not going to hit that, all that kind of stuff. But I might hit that if I provide a different value. So some of you in here helped me pilot a program, of which I'm very thankful for everybody who was involved in all the feedback and going through it and checking things out. And that is something of which I'm heading forward with. Next year it looks like I'm probably going to be a regional in some capacity. I decided to take that. I decided to take that opportunity. It's not set in stone now, so I don't want to get too much into it, but I tried to figure out what kind of value can I provide the company so that I can be provided back with what it is that I want to get. I didn't say, I want to make this, give it to me. I said, how can I backwards engineer what is this that I want to make? The reason that I'm using money for this is the money is just the goal. The money is just the resources of which I want to allocate to different areas of my life for things that I want to achieve. But a lot of you guys have told me that you want to make that kind of money. Some of you have told me specifically, I want to make what you make. If you want to make what I make, work from 9 in the morning till 9 at night, every single night for your first 3 months. Go out, take any deal you can at any time, stay out sometimes with an appointment up until 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, because that's when that business owner can meet with you. Come up with an entire program to build a wing of the company, of which you'll be able to provide value to the rest of the company through Zoom calls and through other ways of influencing others without necessarily having to be there. Getting really good with the higher ups, try to build relationships, try to show that you have value to bring to the table if you want to make the kind of money I'm making. Recruiting, yep, be one of the top recruiters in the company. Let's see, what else? Step out of line, not do things that are bad, but step out of line, you know, put yourself out there. Tell people where you want to go. Find people who are doing the things that you want, or have the things that you want, and get beside them. I'm not unavailable for you. Neither is Jay, Kevin, Manny, Brian. None of these people are unavailable for you. You know how rare it is for any of us to get a call for much more than complaining? Because a lot of you guys do complain. A lot of you guys do say things that, I don't know if I can do this, I don't know this, I don't know that. But a lot of you don't contact us and say, listen, I want to hang out with you for a week. I've never gotten that. I've gotten, can I hang out with you for like an hour, just see what you do, come to an LOI. Why are you, you literally have the top person in the company in his area. You literally have the absolute best manager in this company who's sitting right back there. You guys, if you want what any of us have, we are not inaccessible for you. This is a completely different work environment than you've probably ever been in. That's no secret. So I've gotten 7 promotions in the last year and 3 months. In terms of that, that doesn't make me any different than you. There is no chasm between me and you. I'm human. I didn't make the kind of money I made in the last year, and I didn't get those 7 promotions because of what I did in the last year and a half. I got that because of what I did in the last 30 years. There's a lot of prerequisites of which I bring to the table. But guess what? There are a lot of things that you guys are better than me at. In fact, part of my program, Joel, was you. You actually had the idea for those parties, right? You know how phenomenal that is? Do you know how much the higher-ups like that? It's phenomenal. That's from you. Because you brought something to the table that I didn't think of. You have tons of potential for this company, and you have tons of potential for your life. Brian, you've lost a ton of deals, right, recently?
Yeah, thanks.
Not trying to be you. But you've lost something around the likes of 10, 11, 12 deals? Something like that in the last 2 months, 3 months?
No. Let's tone it down.
Okay.
9. 9.
Okay, 9.
Let's go
okay.
9.
He's lost 10, okay? Because I'm sure there's another on the way. No. But here's the thing.
Is this
though.
recording?
Here's the thing. He's still here. There's a lot of you here who have called me up and said, I just lost a deal. I don't know if I can do this. Your problem is you don't have any volume. And you don't have too much belief in yourself. I want to draw you guys a very quick picture. So if you guys were climbing a mountain, right, and your goal is up here, which one of the problems a lot of you guys have, you have no clear-cut goal. You don't know what you want to make, you just say, I want to make money. If I gave you $5, you just made money, congratulations, but you're probably not happy. What is your goal, okay? So if this is you down here, and you're trying to get up to here, your problem, everybody in this room almost has talked to me at one time or another. Your problem is you're carrying this boulder of self-doubt up this mountain. If you would put this boulder down, the amount of ease at which you could continue to go up towards your goal would blow your mind. The reason that this boulder gets so big is because you guys, at least some of which I spoke to over the past week, some of you guys, you're focusing on things that have nothing to do with your goals. If you could take some time and become extremely self-aware at what you do in life, what you're thinking about, who you're talking with, where you are, what you're watching, you'd probably realize that almost all the bullshit that we do on a daily basis has nothing to do with our goals. And the problem with this kinds of stuff, this includes negative thinking. This includes getting cut off on the highway and getting so pissed off that it's going to fester in you and it's going to put you in a bad mood for the next homeowner you go to talk to. This has to do with spending time mindlessly scrolling on Facebook. This has to do with you guys doubting yourself. We didn't hire you because we thought you couldn't do this job. Every single person in this room has more than the ability to make what I made this year and surpass me, because you guys bring your own prerequisites to the table that I don't. There's shit that Chris would bury me at if I went head to head with him. Fair? As I dump my drink on the table. Sorry, George. Fair? That you'd beat me at some stuff? Probably a lot?
I don't know.
Just say yes. Okay? Put this down, say yes, because you're awesome.
Oh, I don't doubt myself, yeah.
Okay, all right. Same thing with you, Craig, right? All right? I bought a bed from you, did I not?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Why did I buy that bed from you? Because you're awesome.
I'm awesome.
Awesome. Cool. Rob can sing a canary to death or sing his homeowners into signing. Fair? Cool, cool. Harry's one of the hardest working people I've ever met in my life. He is one of the ones in here who will take things and take action and just go and do it. He will study the crap out of something. I'm assuming, Harry, you ever spend time at night sitting there thinking about things, poring over data, going through talk tracks, when you could have been spending time doing a lot of other things that maybe you'd want to do more?
Absolutely.
But then you put it into action. Because there's two sides to it. You guys have to build yourselves up, and then you have to go out and you have to take the action to do so. If you guys would put this self-doubt boulder down and realize there is no doubting yourself, because when you guys call me up and say, I don't know if I can do this job, have you guys ever asked yourself, instead of, I don't know if I can do this job, instead of saying, can I do this job, put a why in the front of it. Why can I do this job? Because you all came here for a reason. You're not seeking a boring life coming here. This is a difficult job. This is a job, though, that if you rise to that difficulty, you will overcome other areas in your life. You will be able to get to heights in your life. You'll be able to have money to do the things you want to do. You want to go live in the tropics? Work here for a few years. You could probably go live in the tropics for quite a long time. But if you ask yourself this question, why can I do this job? What ends up happening is your mind operates like a search function. Anything you ask your brain, it is going to answer. Can you guys find something red in this room? How many of you guys looked at my shirt and said, oh, that's red? Okay. What did you actually look at? Extinguisher. Were you looking at the fire extinguisher before I said that? Excellent. So I asked you, can you find something red? And how long did that take you? Half a second, right? Way less than half a second. Your mind operates like a search function. If you say, why can I do this job? Well, you guys can do this job because you have 2 legs, you got a brain in your head, you all have major skill sets. You are all incredible human beings. You're all likable. I like you, at least. That should count for something. You're all likable. Every single one of you has gone and talked with somebody. You all have friends. You could become friends with your homeowners. If you ask yourself, why can I do this? That creates a search function in your head to start to build yourself up, to start to put this self-doubt boulder down. Because this is not helpful. It doesn't matter what you're doing in life. That is not helpful at all. So I got asked a quick question from one of you guys. I'm going to be ending with this. I got asked a question from one of you the other day, which actually spurned on some of the conversations of which I brought up in this little talk here. I got asked a question from one of you that was very, very discouraged and said, look, just be honest with me. How long did it take you to not care if you lost a deal? To not care that you're having a bad day or that you're having a bad week or you're having a bad month? A little secret for you guys, I have won this month. Because of getting sick over the weekend, I had to cancel 3 deals that I had on Sunday, 2 of which probably would have signed, and 2 LOIs. The 2 of which I got done yesterday because I just really started functioning again. I only have 1 for the month. I'm not discouraged at all. I'm under my numbers, technically, for the quarter. I'm not discouraged at all. But he asked me, why aren't you, when did you hit the mark when you weren't discouraged? Because I've been here a year and 3 months. And I said to him, do you really want me to be honest with you? And he goes, yeah. I said, 2 months, maybe. About 2 months. This job took me over a year to have the confidence in me to not feel as if, oh shit, I lost this deal, what am I going to do? Is more business going to come in? Can I do this job? Can I do this? Guys, I had curbside moments 3 months ago. There is, people get sold on this job because they see the big numbers. People get sold on this job because they see the dream. They see picture of me on the yacht or whatever it was for you know, the higher flying people and such a few months back. They see these pictures, they see all this kind of stuff, they get sold on this job, but they don't get told the truth. The truth is this job will test your character. The truth is this job is going to make you feel like shit. The truth is it's probably going to be one of the hardest things that you've ever had to conquer in your life up till this point for some of you. And for some of you, it's not going to be that way. For some of you, you've dealt with some major shit in your lives, and you're here and you're like, this is easy. It took me a year and a month to feel comfortable here. What I don't want is for any of you guys to get discouraged, for any of you to feel like you can't do this job. Because the truth of the matter is, every single one of you can, and there is no chasm between myself and you. Every single one of you can make 200 grand next year. Every single one of you can make 300 grand. There are decisions we make on a daily basis that if we were to cut these decisions out and we were to really focus and we were to just think about what I'm doing right now, does this get me closer or further from my goal? And if you actually know what your goal is, you'll know if you're getting closer or further from that goal. So instead, I would offer for you guys to take some time and think about for a second what you want to be a match for. Because not everybody, thank you for cleaning up my mess, not everybody needs to make that kind of money. Some of you guys are fine with making 60 grand. Some of you guys are fine with making 80 grand. All of that is fine. You're not going to get any flack from me, him, or him. Nobody. Not everybody has the same goals. Hell, there's some people in here who are very well off financially. They don't even need that kind of money. Me, I just happen to want it, right? If your goal is to make 60 grand, that's fine. And we'll support you along the way to get there. But if you guys want to make 100 grand, 200 grand, like you claim that you do, you need to act it. Because your actions are the only things that are going to get you to that amount of money. You need to change your mindsets. You need to build yourself. You need to get inside your own brain. You need to watch Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone, or these people who are self-made millionaires, because it's not about the money. Once you become a millionaire, you don't care about the money. It's about what is the mindset that got me here? What are the challenges that I overcame? Because every time you overcome a challenge, you grow as an individual. This job will make you grow as an individual. You have no choice. Because if you're going to continue with this job, you have to get better. You have to get stronger. I don't want to lose any of you along the way. This is a very strong team. This is a very tight community. And we have Santa Claus in his younger years right back there, right?
Wow.
I don't want to lose any of you because we have an extremely cohesive unit. Welcome to the team, by the way. Welcome to the team.
Thank you.
I hope you guys stay. But I need you to understand that in this job, when you say that you want something, you have to be a match for that. If you want to lift 600 pounds, you're probably going to need to go to the gym for 2 hours a day for 2 years. You're going to have to eat right. You're going to have to sleep right. You're going to have to take care of yourself. You're going to have to believe in yourself. You're probably going to have to get a trainer. Do the actions that are going to be a match for what it is that you want to achieve. So when it comes down to this job, guys, what I want you to do over the holidays, I want you to be thankful for your families. I want you to sit there, I want you to look around, I want you to be thankful for all that you have. Because in this world, some people are so poor, all they have is money. A lot of you guys here have the things that real riches are. You have the families. You got the people who care about you. And I want you to look around, I want you to think about why did you take this job? You know? I want you to relax. Don't just do work, okay? But I want you to think about what it is you really want. What is your goal? Whether it's financial or whether it is, I don't know, maybe you want to be in management. Maybe you want to be a leader. Whatever your goal is, you have to become a match for it. I want you guys to sit down over the holidays. I want you to look around. I want you to figure out what it is that you want and come up with an action plan to do it. Don't just say that I'm going to put more deals on the roof. That won't do shit. Come up with what is it going to take, reverse engineer it. Who is my buddy system? Team up with somebody. Hold each other accountable. Only focus on the stuff that's going to get you closer to your goal. Don't just team up with somebody so that you can complain to them every few hours throughout the day because this, that, and that happened. Try focusing on the positive for a second. If I had a brick wall behind me, you guys would notice the one brick that's not there. Why? It's how we've been bred by society. It's how we've been bred by whatever. We're not bred for growth. Schools teach us how to fall in line, right? Schools do teach us some good stuff, but they don't teach us how to grow. They don't teach us how to build ourselves. They don't teach us how to form lasting relationships and networking and building love and trust between people. They don't teach us a lot of the life tangible skills which are necessary to grow in this world. But you guys can. And you're in a very unique environment where he's going to build you up every single day. So is the guy who's not paying attention in the back talking to the disheveled fellow who just walked in eating our food. Oh God, here's two of them. I love you. You guys have people in this room who are going to build you up and going to do nothing but try to make you guys successful. People who are going to pick up when they're throwing up in a toilet and be like, hold on! You guys have that here. And that's very unique. Because in a lot of places, it's just trying to beat each other up and get there. So this holiday season, guys, I really want you to enjoy your families. I really want you to be out there feeling good, feeling strong. And I want you to understand that 2018, don't make a resolution to knock this out of the park without a plan. If you guys really want this job to work for you, you really want things to go good for yourselves in your life and in this area and in your finances, do the actions necessary to get there. Because I am not different than you. I drink, eat, and shit just like you guys do, right? We're all human. And I want you guys to feel that you're worthy of whatever it is that you want and that you have all the tools necessary of which to go and obtain that. So Merry Christmas, guys.
You too.